Welcome to our video on HTTP or Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In this video, we will explore into the essential of HTTP, examining what it is, how it operates, and why it is so important in the field of web communication. Hypertext Transfer Protocol is a fundamental protocol primarily used to access data on the World Web. It plays a crucial role in facilitating communication between web browsers and servers. Some of the key features of hypertext transfer protocols are HTTP allows users to retrieve and interact with web resources such as web pages, images, and videos. HTTP functions as a blend of file transfer protocol and symbol mail transfer protocol, enabling file transfers and data communication over the web. HTTP provides transmission control protocol, ensuring reliable data transmission. It typically uses well-known port 80 for communication, which is the default port for HTTP traffic. An HTTP transaction is the complete process of data exchange between a client and a server. It includes two key elements: an HTTP request from the client and an HTTP response from the server. Each transaction follows the client-server architecture. The steps involved in the HTTP transactions are connection setup. The client establishes a TCP connection with the server using the port number 80 for HTTP or port number 443 for HTTPs. The client sends the HTTP request over the established TCP connection. The server processes the request and prepares the corresponding response. The server sends the response, which the client receives and displays. After the transaction, the connection is typically closed unless the server keeps it open for further communication. HTTP methods define access. A client, for example a web browser, can request from a server. These methods specifies what kind of operation is to be performed and the resource located on the server. Here is a detailed overview of the common HTTP methods. The first one, get, retrieve the data from the server. It requests data from the specific resource like web page or API endpoint. The second one, post. The purpose is send the data to the server. It is used to submit form data, upload a file, or send the information to an API. Next one is put, update an existing resource or create a resource if it does not exist. It is used to send data to update or replace a specific resource. The next one is delete, remove a resource from the server. It deletes a specific resource identified by a URL. Batch, particularly update a resource, especially partially update a resource. It is simple to boot, but instead of replacing the entire resource, it only updates parts of it. Head, retrieve headers only. It is simple to get, but the server only returns the headers. Options, retrieve the available HTTP methods supported by the server for a specific resource. It is used to determine the capability of the server for a given resource. Finally, trace, debugging and diagnostic tool to see how a request is being handled by the server. It sends back the request received by the client, showing any modifications or intermediary steps. A key is a small piece of data stored in the user system by the browser while browsing a website. When a user visits a website, the server can send a cookie along with the response. The browser stores this cookie in the cookie directory and the user system. Next time the user visits the website, the browser checks the cookie directory to see if it has a cookie from the server. If the cookie found, it is automatically included in the request to the server. This allows server to recognize the user and provide personalized experience. For example, e-commerce applications. In an e-commerce website, cookies can be used to remember the user's shopping cart, save login information, and personalize content. Some of the disadvantages of HTTP are lack of encryption. HTTP transfers data in plain text, making it vulnerable to interception and eavesdropping. Sensitivity information such as passwords or credit card details can be easily stolen by attackers. Without encryption, HTTP is prone to man-in-the-middle attacks, where attackers can intercept and alter the communication between the client and the server without either knowing. Since HTTP does not ensure data integrity, there is no guarantee that the data sent from the server reaches the client without being tampered with or corrupted along the way. The lack of authentication. HTTP does not verify the identity of the server, which increases the risk of phishing attacks, where malicious actors can trick users into visiting fake or compromised websites. Modern browsers often make HTTP sites as not secure, leading to a decrease in user trust, especially on websites handling personal or financial data. HTTP is not suitable for websites that need to transmit confidential or sensitive data because it does not offer protection against data leaks. For this reason, HTTP has legally been replaced by HTTPS, which provides encryption, authentication, and data integrity. HTTP Secure or HTTPS. HTTPS provides confidentiality, client and server authentication, and data integrity. To mitigate the security vulnerabilities in HTTP is used when HTTP combined with SSL or TLS encryption, it will work effectively. Here are the key improvements with HTTPs. Data encryption. HTTPs encrypts all data exchanged between the client and server, making it unreadable to attackers. The second one is authentication. SSL or TLS certificates ensure that the server is who it claims to be, protecting against fraudulent websites. Data integrity. HTTPs ensure that data cannot be tampered with during transmission. And finally, confidentiality. Only the intended receptionist, the server, can decrypt the data, ensuring privacy. Thank you for watching.